There's something about walking into a home that carries the scent of age, something that's almost as old as the house itself. It's the kind of smell that creeps in when no one's looking, when you're not expecting it. At first, it's subtle, almost like a passing thought, but then you notice it more and more. Over time, it starts to linger in the corners of the rooms, in the fabrics, in the very air you breathe. You might not notice it at first, but one day out of nowhere, it hits you. That smell, the one we often hear about but rarely talk about, the old person smell. It's not just a scent, it's an experience, a memory, and it's something you don't have to live with. Not anymore. I remember walking into my grandmother's house when I was a kid. That warm, familiar embrace of her house was so inviting. But then it hit me. The smell of age, of history. It wasn't unpleasant, but it was certainly there. At that age, I didn't understand it. I didn't know what caused it, but I felt it. I could smell it on the couch cushions, in the rugs, even in the thick air of the living room. And it wasn't just at my grandma's house. I noticed it everywhere. At a friend's place, at my aunt's, and sometimes even at a neighbor's home. The older the house, the stronger the scent. But why? Why does it seem like it follows us around, no matter how hard we try to get rid of it? Is it inevitable? Is there a way to stop it from happening? The truth is yes, you can get rid of the old person smell, and you can do it without having to completely remodel your home. The trick is in finding the sources, the real hidden culprits, and taking care of them. Now, when I first started diving into this, I was floored by how many of these smells were lurking in places I never would have thought to check. I've learned a lot along the way, and I want to share everything with you. It's not about scrubbing harder or tossing out everything you own. It's about knowing exactly where to look and taking a few simple steps to fix it. You'll be amazed at how much fresher your home can feel with just a little bit of attention to detail. But let's start from the top, where all of this begins. Think about the last time you gave your carpets a really good cleaning. I'm not talking about vacuuming them or spot cleaning the stains. I'm talking about the deep clean. If you haven't done that in a while, there's a very good chance your carpets are harboring the very thing we're trying to get rid of. They're like sponges, soaking up everything from dirt and dust to oils, pet dander, and, believe it or not, the very air particles that come with age. Over time, all of that can mix together and form that signature old smell that's hard to shake. The thing is, even the freshest smelling air fresheners won't help when your carpet is the source of the smell. Think back to the last time you walked barefoot on the carpet. Did you notice a slight dampness? Or maybe the fabric felt slightly musty. That's where the trouble starts. Moisture combined with dust and oils creates the perfect breeding ground for mold and mildew. These microscopic villains thrive in the fibers of your carpet and, if left unchecked, can slowly turn your entire home into a giant petri dish. The good news? There's a simple fix. It's all about getting that deep clean. You don't even need to hire a professional, though if you want to, you can. A sprinkle of baking soda can neutralize odors, and then a thorough vacuuming can help suck up all the trapped particles. If that doesn't do the trick, steam cleaning is your next best option. It penetrates deep into the fabric, killing bacteria, removing dust mites, and leaving your carpet smelling fresher than ever before. Now, while we're talking about air, let's talk about air. The very thing you breathe. I don't know about you, but when I think about a musty old house, I always think about the air. The stuffy, thick air that makes you feel like you can't catch your breath. Have you ever noticed how in older houses, the air can feel heavy? It doesn't feel crisp or fresh. It just feels like it's stuck. That's your HVAC system at work, or rather, not working. The longer your air ducts and vents go without a good cleaning, the more they become a hot spot for mold, mildew, and even dust mites. The air you're breathing is recycling the very particles that are causing the problem in the first place. This is where things get interesting. Your air conditioning and heating systems aren't just cooling or heating your home. They're also circulating all of the dust and allergens that are in your home. If you haven't changed your filters in a while or cleaned your ducts, you might not even realize that every time your HVAC kicks on, you're essentially breathing in the problem. When was the last time you checked the filters? Maybe it's time to pull them out and replace them with a high-efficiency one. Now let's talk about another culprit, one that's often forgotten: the furniture. Think about your old sofa or that armchair you've had for years. It's comfortable, right? But have you ever wondered how much of your body's oils, sweat, and even your pet's hair have soaked into those cushions? Over time, these oils, mixed with dust, dirt, and the natural wear and tear of the fabric, can leave behind a smell that's hard to escape. I remember my aunt's old armchair. Man, that thing had character. But as soon as you sat down, you could almost feel the history in it, and not just in the fabric, but in the scent it gave off. It wasn't unpleasant, but it was definitely there. The thing is, upholstery doesn't just trap physical particles. It also absorbs body odors. The oils from our skin, the perfume we wear, even the food we eat, all get absorbed into the fabric. And if you don't clean it regularly, it can start to smell, well, old. So what can you do about it? Start by cleaning your furniture. If the covers are removable, toss them in the wash. If they're not, you can use a fabric cleaning solution or even steam clean the upholstery. This can lift the oils and dirt from the fabric, and the fresh, clean scent will follow. If you can, try to have your furniture professionally cleaned every couple of years, as this will help keep it fresh and free from the smell of accumulated body oils. But there's something else you might be overlooking. One of the most common sources of this smell that you probably don't even realize is hiding in plain sight: the kitchen. We're talking about the very place where you prepare food, but also the place where bacteria, mold, and even stale water can accumulate. It's so easy to forget about the kitchen's potential to harbor smells. After all, it's the space we cook in, the space we gather in, the space we clean regularly. But what if the smell is hiding in the nooks and crannies of the room? Have you ever noticed that strange smell coming from the sink or the garbage disposal? Or that weird musty odor when you open the fridge? I've been there, and I'll tell you, it's not the food that's the problem. It's the buildup of bacteria and mold inside your fridge, your drains, or even under your kitchen sink. Take a moment and check behind the fridge. A lot of dust, moisture, and crumbs can gather there over time, leading to an unpleasant, sour smell. Check the drain and garbage disposal too. These areas often get overlooked but can be breeding grounds for mold and mildew. Regularly disinfect your kitchen and wipe down surfaces, paying special attention to areas that tend to trap moisture. And when you clean your fridge, don't just focus on the shelves. Check the back, the trays, and the drip pans. These hidden spots can accumulate moisture, which leads to the musty smell. While we're on the topic of hidden sources of bad odors, don't forget about your laundry room. The laundry room is a place where moisture is constantly present, whether it's from washing clothes, drying them, or just the natural humidity that builds up from all that water. It's a place where dampness, combined with warmth, can create the perfect environment for mold and mildew to thrive. If you have a washer and dryer that are older or haven't been cleaned in a while, check the seals around the door, inside the washer drum, and the dryer vent. These are common places where moisture collects and doesn't get a chance to evaporate. A damp towel that stays in the washing machine for too long can also add to the problem. And of course, we can't ignore the other hidden spaces: the attic, the basement, those places where dust and moisture gather when no one is paying attention. Basements especially can be a hot spot for old smells. The damp, cool air tends to linger in basements and attics, and if you have old boxes or furniture down there, the musty smell can creep up into the rest of the house. Now, this doesn't mean you need to go tearing up your house or buying a ton of air fresheners. What you need is a deep clean and regular maintenance to keep these areas under control. Check your attic for mold, dehumidify your basement, and keep your laundry room well ventilated. And there you have it, 7 secret spots that might be the reason for that old person smell lingering in your home. It's not as daunting as it seems once you know where to look. And once you tackle these areas, you'll notice a dramatic shift in how fresh your home feels. The key is consistency. A little bit of attention goes a long way, and before you know it, you'll have a home that smells fresh, clean, and welcoming once again. The best part? You don't need to spend a fortune on products or hire a professional for everything. You have the tools and knowledge right here to start making changes today. So go ahead, take action, and feel the difference.